Celebrity worship is a cancer on humankind. Celebrities, record labels, and television studios get extremely cocky and conceited thanks to their legions of followers, all while the manipulation and exploitation of working-class consumers by celebrities, labels, and studios is a tempting speaking topic. I hold back on that today to speak against Enablism. I'd like to state at the beginning of the video that no, I'm not trying to tell people that they can't enjoy what they like, or at least don't seek my validation. This is just me telling you to keep your enjoyment for things in moderation. For those that are new to my content, I am at a state of war with the pop music industry. I have long been an opponent of pop music and have expressed through the years my disgust for pop music of the 2010s, but is so far the 2020s, and courtesy of my time in retail, 1980s pop, which is referred to as new wave. But back in December, I locked horns with Beggars, a record label based in the United Kingdom, over the Adele song Hello, which I lobotomized for my 700 subscriber special. My 700 subscriber special being a mega lobotomy of several other early to mid 2010 songs that I lobotomized earlier in my YouTube career, when my lyric lobotomy series was still known as a lyrics review, though they weren't reviews so much as they were commentaries in the form of slideshows with copyrighted music over them. If you've seen my lyric lobotomies, the way I do them now, I've been doing them since the end of 2017, a full 4 years up until my bout over Adele's Hello, which would end in the entire 700 subscriber special, a video 49 minutes long that used maybe a grand total of a minute of Hello, which was not used consecutively, might I add, and also might I add the theory that I had to use a minute because Adele and other pop musicians extend their vocal segments on purpose so as to lure negative reviewers of the song into a legal nightmare. The bout over Adele's Hello would end in my 700 subscriber special being taken down by me over one song out of 11 others that I used as part of a mega lobotomy. It was the first time I had ever had such a thing happen, and it shocked me because what'll usually happen with lobotomies is the song will get claimed. If you use 5 or more seconds of a song, the video will get auto-claimed by a record label, courtesy of YouTube's Content ID bot. I'd dispute it, and either the company would let the dispute expire or reject it, and I'd appeal, and that'd usually be the end of it. For some reason, though, around the start of the year, copyright owners have been increasingly butthurt on negative reviews, and have been abusing their copyright to silence and saying anything bad about their product, and used said product in their video, if it's a song or a television series or movie, as part of their review. But I responded to this by taking the 700 subscriber special down in a panic, thinking I had seconds to respond before the video was taken down by YouTube and a copyright strike was applied to my channel, when really I had 7 days. To clarify, Beggars did this because they wanted me to cancel my appeal. Beggars wanted to make money off my video because it had clips of a song by one of their clients in it. Knowing that the video was fair use compliant, they filed a takedown notice scheduled for 7 days from when the notice was filed, in an attempt to scare me out of fighting for the video. I took the video down myself, and I hit back a week later with a content nuke and declared war. Future lobotomies would feature songs having been edited to being faster or slower in some segments so as to avoid another attempt at a takedown, but a similar incident would happen when I lobotomized the Justin Bieber song Ghost back in March. I took the video down, I dropped another content nuke, and upped the editing to add more speed, pitch changes, and light, noticeable use of various effects such as distortion and tremolo. While my declaration of war against the pop music industry and Legion may be laughable, as I, a rando on the internet with less than 1,000 subscribers, take on a multi-billion-dollar industry with millions of people backing it, the way copyright owners have been acting has grown into a controversy, as Angry Joe, an independent content creator much like me, and most of the people on this platform, though with 3 million subscribers, has come under attack himself, because the idiots over at CBS decided to try and silence his negative reviews of the Halo TV series and Star Trek Picard. But Angry Joe takes copyright claims very seriously, and he has spoken out against CBS in his videos, going as far as to threaten them with legal action. While this is absolutely big bastard companies doing big bastard things, unfortunately some working class consumers don't know any better and support these companies either regardless of the abuse of power taking place or in spite of dissenters. I will never support a product owned by Beggars and Universal and their subsidiaries ever again, but working class consumers that support these companies enable the predatory behavior being exercised by these companies, and even sometimes justifying it by calling the person being targeted out, if the person being targeted is a negative reviewer, for being part of a hate train, or labeling them a hater, glorifying the musician that the negative reviewer is criticizing, leaving their own hate comments, being a predator themselves, dislike bombing the user's videos, especially if the enablists come in packs, or the sole enablist has multiple sock puppet accounts, and in some cases reporting the video themselves, attempting to have the video taken down by way of community guideline strike. A prime example of my own problems with Enablism in recent memory would be last July when Post Malone released the song Motley Crue, which I criticized as being less of an homage to Motley Crue the metal band, and being more of a disgrace to the band's legacy, as Post would talk about his gang, how much money he has, and generally just being your stereotypical trap song, where Post could have dropped tons of references to Motley Crue songs and albums. He chose to talk about his gang, his money, his chain being so heavy he can't pick it up, which I guess if you want to call that a reference to heavy metal, go ahead, and hanging out on the roof of his mansion or penthouse or whatever he lives in. But you can bet your ass his simpleton fans swarmed my video and dislike-bombed it to the ground. The next couple months would see stifled growth for this channel, the occasional raid, and some honest shortcomings in the quality of my content. But you get the point. This culture of Enablism among the fans of pop musicians and celebrities would open the gates for copyright owners to take advantage of the fact that there are people who worship a product to the point that they will never oppose it, no matter how bad the labels and studios bastardize it, or alienate either the product's fanbase or the fanbase of another product. No matter how blatant the pandering is, fans will never question the product's legitimacy, and they will only ever seek to oppose the nonconformists and anyone who speaks out. For example, I recently wrapped things up with my Dragon Ball alternate timeline, and the nonconformists of the Dragon Ball community, which interestingly consists mostly of old school fans, view Dragon Ball Super as a bastardization of what Z started, and view GT as the legitimate successor to Z, and I went into the production of my alternate timeline knowing that. Despite this, old school rock and metal musicians Tommy Lee and Ozzy Osbourne, for example, have collaborated with pop stars and rap stars. Tommy Lee and Ozzy in particular, having collaborated with Post Malone, a musician who, despite desecrating the music most nonconformists listen to, is seemingly far more popular than any metal musician right now. Ozzy and Lee have shilled and whored their community out to the cesspool of conformity, doing whatever they can for a paycheck. In doing what they did, Lee and Ozzy have enabled Post Malone as the new light that shines on rock and metal, instead of the embarrassment that he is. But with the attacks on my channel last year, it's no surprise that copyright owners and businesses such as Universal and CBS started attacking critics. Celebrity worship has culminated in this newfound motivation among copyright owners to censor negative reviews. The attempts to censor negative reviews is not a new tactic by business owners to maintain a sort of straight A's image to potential buyers, but because these copyright claims, labels and studios manually blocking negative reviews worldwide on YouTube, and copyright striking YouTube channels, hurting people's channels and threatening their careers, it has now spiraled into this controversy. Celebrity worship and enablist consumerism was birthed when business owners began to market luxury items as something that you need. Now, entertainment isn't something that people don't need, as entertainment helps exercise the brain. But what I mean by this is businesses marketing jewelry, fancy lights, price gouging stuff that doesn't offer a better alternative to something cheaper. You don't need those Yeezy shoes, you don't need that Gucci handbag, and you certainly don't need 8 copies of the new Taylor Swift album. But because of this style of marketing, people have grown to treat art, among other trivial things that, mind you, they had no part in creating, as family, and hunt down anyone that speaks negatively about the things they like, sometimes resulting in raids from the fanbase of the product, with the use of venomous hate comments, dislike bombing, and false flagging. What was once fans being insecure about their tastes and opinions of what they enjoy has become the justification of copyright owners to institute censorship on social media. Popular white hip-hop and pop musicians now feel that it is appropriate to include the use of racial slurs in their lyrics, something that you would think, with cancel culture running wild, would be shut down immediately by working-class consumers. The continued success of those musicians has enabled racists, whether those racists are on the level of the Ku Klux Klan, or they simply believe in racial stereotypes. Celebrity worship and enablism has gotten so out of control that Donald Trump, businessman and actor, was the president of the United States for 4 years, something I don't think I need to remind anyone of. But his 60+ million followers enabled long-suppressed nationalistic pride in him, and although he never acted on some of his promises, his equally, in some cases more nationalist followers, enabled him to call for the closing of the border between the United States and Mexico. His banned entry of people coming in from Muslim-predominant countries, his lack of empathy towards black victims of police brutality. His followers enable him so much that he believed he could shoot someone in Times Square, and he would still win an election. This segues into how little celebrities think of us, but I will talk about how celebrities treat their working-class fans like shit, and then expect their fans to help them chart and grow their success when they're already overrated, and why you should stop supporting them and defending them with your life in about 2 months when I visit the topic of entertainers and their assimilation into the bourgeoisie once again. Today I have attempted to expose one of the many ways the bourgeoisie keeps the working class divided, which is through generating celebrity worship and the creation of zealot fans who will defend a product from criticism. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a thumbs up, share the video far and wide, leave your thoughts on the video in the comments below. What did you gain from this video? And please subscribe for Chapter 2 in August, and be sure to click the bell to get notified when that comes out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon for another video. Bye guys.